Hello, everybody. Welcome to my movie review for the film Michael. I loved this film. I am a fan. I enjoyed this movie and I have a lot to say about it that I really just want to gush over. I do have some negatives, but we will get to those. But first off, if you didn't know, my name's Cameron Kentz. So if you didn't know, now you know. I love this film. Michael is just such an energetic, fun, just hopeful, joyful movie with so many awesome sequences of just great music, great dancing. It was just such a joy to watch. I loved this film. So let's back forward and add some context for me, and then context to the movie. So this is about a real person. It is a biopic. And I've never been a huge Michael Jackson fan, but like some of his music, I'd be like Thriller, that's an iconic one. I know that. Beat It's pretty good. This movie, I wanted to check it out because I love biopics. They're so good. They're really easy crowd pleasers. If it's like someone who's really well known and loved, like Presley, or Elvis. Oh my gosh, Elvis Presley. I loved that movie. That movie was really well done. Or I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody or Rocket Man, but I plan to check those out. Biopics are just movies that people really like. It's about someone that was famous, that was loved for what they did, for the songs they made. It can be a huge hit. People love that stuff. So watching this movie, I became a big fan of Michael Jackson's music. So let's add some context to the movie. So this movie was produced by the whole Jackson family, and they had Jafar Jackson starring the titular character of the real person of Michael Jackson. And this movie wanted to go full in on Michael's story with the controversies and the allegations and warts and all, pretty much. Like, no one's perfect. Doesn't mean what they did was right or whatever. I'm just going to be talking about the movie that I watched. And I'm going to spoil something. This is a one-part movie. This movie is set between his childhood to the 80s, I believe it was. So, there's still more to the story, and I'm pretty sure, like the lawyer fumbled and said they realized they couldn't go into the Michael Jackson allegations that were going on. I don't know why. If I'm being completely honest with you, I've never been a huge Michael Jackson. I've never been knowledgeable of Michael Jackson's life. So, I don't know I don't know how deep that stuff has happened. All I know is allegations. I'm just here to talk about the movie that I saw in theaters and just give you guys my thoughts about it. I just understand that's something I need to address with this movie review. I understand that. They changed the ending completely, and that then essentially just it leaves a lot of room for the next movie to actually talk about this stuff if they get it figured out. I definitely think there will be a part 2. I definitely see that happening. But let's talk about Michael, the movie. I loved this movie. I loved just how energetic it was. Jafar Jackson, which is Michael Jackson's nephew, he disappeared in the role. He became Michael Jackson. It was like I was watching the music videos. After I watched the movie, I actually went and watched the music videos like Thriller. And it was so accurate. And I would compare and contrast them on Instagram Reels and such and YouTube videos. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is so faithfully adapted to Michael Jackson's stuff. His dances. The fact that he was able to do the moonwalk and just do the Thriller dance is what I'm going to call it. They did Jafar Jackson just killed it. He did a great job, and I'm just so impressed. that he pulled that off in such a passionate, immersive way. He did a great job, and I'm just so happy for him that he was able to do all of that. That is like Oscar level acting right there. He disappeared and became Michael Jackson. That is amazing. I am geeking out about it a lot. I thought that was awesome. What he brought to this character, to this real life person, to this film, to these music videos, he was passionate, and it just was so infectious. Like, I love the songs, and ever since I've seen this movie, I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson, and some of the songs that haven't even appeared in the film, I'm just thinking how much I cannot wait to see that in part 2. Like, I think that is... He did such a great job with this role. He became Michael Jackson, and that is acting. That is just such passionate acting, and I was all for it. I loved it. He did a great job. I loved what he did with this role. He became a new person, and that is a part of acting, and it was it was really well portrayed. That was really well done, and I'm so impressed. This guy, I think he deserves an Oscar or an award or something for just the acting and becoming someone he was not. He was his uncle. He was not Jafar Jackson. He became Michael Jackson. I can just talk about it all day. It was so well done. He did a great job. He deserves so much, like, with that role. He did such a great job. Another standout actor in this movie, I feel so terrible. I feel really bad. I don't remember his name, but he played Michael Jackson's dad. He had a presence that was brought to this film that was just really, it was really eerie, and this guy just wanted to do what's best for his family and just making them like famous so they can like have like the nice stuff, because like they grew up in Gary, Indiana, and I'm from Indiana. I've been to Gary. I know the jokes that people make about Gary, and the fact they were able to like go to LA and just have a nice big house and just able to provide for his family in that way by having the Jackson 5 make them famous so they can so they're not stuck in that kind of a place. Gary's kind of a rough place. This guy was Michael's dad was just a very prominent presence throughout the film, and it made his whole presence on screen. It was just really hard. Like, it was like, what's gonna happen? Like, how's this guy gonna react? And how, like, accurate is he to how he actually was, and just how he affected Michael Jackson in his early years, and what pushed him to want to be his own person, his own Jackson, pretty much, to make a name for himself as Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Like, and just how his dad wanted to, like, I want to say, mooch off of Michael Jackson and just his family. Just the way the actor portrayed that character was also really well done. Those were the two big standout actors of the film, and they did great. Like, everyone did a really good job. This movie, excuse me, was definitely a big like passion project biopic. They did a really good job with like recreating the music videos that we can look up on YouTube for free. They did a good job with that. But is it a perfect movie? I'm going to say no. I am going to also warn you guys, I do not know a lot about who Michael Jackson was as a person. And from my understanding, they don't fully go into like his psychology of the choices he makes or the things that happen. I feel like a lot of that is just sort of just based off like how his father's impacted him, and just steps in his life, like to him getting surgery and doing certain things. and just wanting to be his own music person, musician, the king of pop. Like, they don't fully dive into his psychology, which, like, that's a bit of a disappointment, but I hope they go more into it in the second film. And even the whole explanation behind I'm so sorry, I don't remember what it's called, but where like he doesn't have like the proper skin pigments, which causes like whiter splotches on his arms that would eventually spread or whatever. Like, they don't fully go into that. Like, they like show with like his glove, like his one glove on. It's like, oh, okay, well that's a part of it, but they don't. I feel like they don't fully go deeper into it. But again, this is a one-part film. Like, there's still a lot more of Michael Jackson we can learn or we can talk about in this film or in the sequel. But for what this movie has done, it's just a really, really solid film. Like, a great film. A lot of people are upset that they played it safe. And, like, it is a feel-good joyride of a film. It is great. It is energetic. It is passionate. They do a great job with this film. But for the people who want just the meat of, like, who Michael Jackson was as a person, just, they don't fully get that. And, like, again, this is part one, so people want more of his psyche and just more Michael Jackson. Like, it just feels like a feel good, like, overcoming his like the hero overcoming like his father type of story, which they do a good job at explaining it. They do it really well. But for some people, they want more. They want more of who Michael Jackson was, and they want to dive deeper into like the allegations and stuff, which is not their fault. They were originally going to, but things had to change. Remember, this movie was supposed to come out last year, but now it came out this year. So, like, a lot of changes had to be made. But what they did with this film was just a blast. If you're like, it's a colorful, magical film. Like, they do a good job. Like they do. It's really just fun just seeing like Michael Jackson just interact with animals or interact with his family. The childhood of Michael Jackson. They just do such a great job just like going through his life in some of those ways. But they don't fully go into it, if you know what I'm saying. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you will love this film. I highly recommend you check it out. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. It's worth the watch. I promise. It is a great movie. It is a great feel-good movie. It's an inspiring film. I love this movie. This movie honestly got me to listen to a lot more Michael Jackson. Like, I'm a fan now. Like, I enjoy it and I want to learn more. And I just want to invest more time to learn about who Michael Jackson was. Sort of like see more, or rather than just reading a Wikipedia page. I'm sorry. I just want to see, like, I want to learn more about this person. Like, he was a real person. And I have done a little bit of research and I've learned quite a bit more. And just Michael Jackson they do a really good job of this movie and just making you just enjoy a film. And it can be easy to do a biopic right. If you do it right, it works a lot. And I mean a lot. Like, this movie does a great job at just making you just feel that energy and that passion. And like, you may want to be like, oh, I want to be my own person. I don't want to be like everyone else in my family. I want to be my own person. I want to stand out amongst people or whatever. And some of that's like that feel good it can be motivating. Like, I feel like a lot more just passionate about what I'm passionate about. I'm like, I want to be better in this and better in that. And it's awesome. It's like, the dances are awesome. And just, this movie was just such a feel-good movie for me personally. I I highly recommend this film, and I really liked it. It's one of my top 5 movies of the year. It's top 3, honestly. I loved it that much. You have every right to disagree with me on that, but it's my favorite movie so far this year. So that's what I gotta say. I really like this movie, and I highly encourage you to check it out, especially if you're a Michael Jackson fan. You will have a good time with this film. So that's my wrap on the Michael Jackson film. If you guys liked my review for Michael, feel free to give this video a like. And if you like me enough, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon because I do upload. So you'll get notified every time I upload. I can't wait to talk about this in a couple of years. I can't wait to talk about the film Jackson in a couple of years. So you guys take care, all right? God bless.